Hey everyone, it's Grady from SUBOVERLAND, and in this video I'll be installing a baseline Overland roof rack on this 99 Chevy Suburban. Let's get right into it. So here is the baseline rack here. I still need to, undo it and stuff, but here's your crossbars. Here's your other components. This is for the front valance. Washers, I'll be explaining a lot of this. These are some more components for the, side rails to mount to. And don't mind all this. This is not like how much they just send us a bunch of hardware because we buy a lot of racks from them. And so I'm not sure how much hardware regularly, but this looks a little daunting, but it's not that bad. So, and then with tools, I've got, I think it's a 10mm ratchet or a 10mm open end. And then what Allen is this? I don't even know what Allen it is, but it's for an Allen. This is a T25 to remove the rack on your existing vehicle. This is a 99, so they're all going, no, I think they're all, 2000. I know they're the same. So let's first hop up on top of the car and remove the stock rack. Now, if this first one's going to be an indicator of the rest, I am a little scared. These things can be pretty stubborn. So let's try our next one. So I've got my gun here. So see how I went? I'll tighten and then loosen. So that helps out sometimes if you have a stubborn one. Oh, son of a... You can't be serious. So easy peasy lemon squeezy was not the right term for removing this rack. I've broken off, I think, 2 so far, so not too bad. These 90s ones, they are kind of difficult sometimes, but usually, anything a little bit newer can just come right out. So I'll show you guys a little trick that might help out if you're installing one of these 90s, or if you're removing the stock rack here. So what I've been doing, a combination of some tools here. Here's my T25. I broke a bit already, but I have a bunch of these. So I'll get locked in there like this, and I'll actually start with it. I'll tighten it a little bit. I know it sounds weird. And then we'll start, and I mean, this feels like it's gonna break. I mean, I wish I could heat it up. It's a long bolt and there's plastic surrounding it. Oh. So if that's starting to happen, go back to tightening again. Oh, son of a... So you can see my frustration here. That one actually broke on me, the tip, which isn't the end of the world. I got it out a little bit more, so I'll show you how to remove those later, but I'm going to keep on doing that method. I got the passenger side all done, and so I'm hoping to do the driver's side here. Not as easy as I would have liked. So I kind of break it loose with my ratchet, and then I work it, so I'm work it back and forth. So now I'm tightening loose, and got that one. So that in theory should be the way you can do this.
Alright, we got our sides laid out. Now we just gotta bolt these gussets to the inside of the rack. This hardware right here. Next up are these brackets, and I like to clean underneath the area before mounting them down.
So we're back on top here. We are obviously first installed these pieces here, and everything's just finger tight. This hardware we just had laying around. On the other models, you use your existing hardware. But on this, I didn't want to mess with that old hardware. And so we got that down, finger tight, and now we're putting on the side rails, also finger tight. They have a lock nut, and then this Allen. So you put a washer, bolt, washer, nut. And so we got that all finger tight, and now we're moving to the crossbars. To mount the crossbar, it takes 4 bolts. If you see right there, so you have a bolt and then a washer. And then it just goes in like so. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Now, if you can see that crossbar, you have the 2 screw holes. Obviously, that's where the screw is going in. So as far as configuration on the crossbars, we usually put one at the very back here, and then we'll put one per, see that slit right there? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 or 8 is what we usually do. And I guess the most important thing I would say is one on the rear and one on the front for sure. Here's Dalton working on the front valence. And so, now Dalton, on these kits, are they usually cut to size, or we just...
Yeah, for the most
they just,
part.
okay.
This is like several.
So again, this is a little bit different because we, get a bunch of these things. And so I think they just sent like a big long, this is the rubber that goes underneath the valence there. You can see. And so that side is what we usually do out. And then you just wrap it on there and then cut where you want it to end. So also on these, on all the bolts that you use, you're going to want to Loctite. And Baseline provides some Loctite for that. So don't forget that also. The next thing we'll do here is the valence. You put these little nut things right in here, and then that'll connect those 2, right? So we have 6 total, and then they'll go to right there. We'll show you. All right, so we're lining up. So beneath this is that crossbar, and it's just a regular crossbar, right, Dalton?
Mm-hmm.
Just same size.
Yep.
But those nuts are just in there. So he's lining them up. You can see there, and then just putting a screw.
Shorter ones.
The shorter ones with the washer on there, and you'll do 6. 2, 4, 6. So now we're mounting the front valence here. So see how it's like angled, and then it's the same concept as these ones right here, but just angled up front with that assembled valence piece. So now we're just tightening everything down. Everything's assembled. And on these crossbars, where it's eyeball, we'll get them kind of in the middle, and then tighten them down. And you can kind of see too from these rivets how, you know, the angle of it. So if you want, you could measure, you know, like that, but here at SUBOVERLAND, you know, we just got it down. So, but to each their own. Just tighten those up first, the crossbars, and then we'll get into the side rails. All right, so crossbars are all in place, screwed down, and now we're moving on to the brackets here. Ours are a T30, and you usually use the existing hardware. So like, here's our hardware. This is a T25, and that's for the newer ones too, like 2000 to 14 that we've done. But we just had these, anyway, these T30s around. They may or may not come with the 90s ones, we're not sure, but that's what we decided to do. But with your kit, depending on the year, you might just use the existing hardware. So I also will point out here, these are two different, as you can see. This was the factory riv nut with our, you know, aftermarket hardware. Aftermarket hardware, you know, washer and everything, and the riv nuts actually broke out when I was removing the stock rack. So I had to do new riv nuts on 3 different locations. You may or may not have to do that. Hopefully you won't. Step is the side rails. So Dalton is kind of moving this up and down. You're just wanting to get it a little more level, or just...
Yeah, so it looks...
Because right now it's resting right here too. That's something to think about. It's like resting on the stock runners here, and so you'll want to probably lift it probably all the way, huh? So we're gonna go ahead and lift this one all the way up. See how it's shifting. So, and then it's 11 millimeter, and then that Allen. Now here's the step that we forgot to do. At the very front here, you have this little bracket. Now, don't let it deceive you. There's a hole up top and then the bottom. So the bottom piece, see, like there's like that rubber right there. That rubber is obviously going on the top of the car, and then you just bolt it down. Just like that, and I think that helps with the vibration, like that. All right, we are all finished up with this, and I'll show you how it turned out. Do a little walk around. So let me know what you think in the comments here. Let me get up top, get the whole view. Yeah, so we put in there's 8 total crossbars. And we actually had trouble, the 2000 to 2014, I mean really 2000 and up, I think, the crossbars are a little bit shorter. And we accidentally put those on because, again, you hopefully won't run into this problem because you'll just be ordering one, but we have a bunch of these laying around, and you know, didn't label them well enough. So that's kind of what happened there. But yeah, these are great. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I guess in review, this is a 99 Suburban, so 92 to 99 will have the same rack, and we've been using Baseline for, I don't know, a couple years maybe now. I met them at an Overland Expo, and it's so cool that they're doing all these products for these GM vehicles. So obviously this isn't the only, you know, year of vehicle that they make. They make every Suburban. So from 70, I guess, I don't think they do prior to 73, but 73 on, they have all of those racks available. And we've installed all of them except for, I think, the 73 to 91. And so we have quite a bit of experience with the different year ranges. And yeah, great product. Peter's the owner over there. Thanks, Peter, for, you know, working with us over the years. He's a great guy. Met his family and stuff when we were at the Overland Expo one year. But they do trucks, anything GM. So I believe, you know, like Colorado, Silverado, Avalanche, I believe, and then all the, you know, SUVs, the full-size SUVs. They also have different things on their website, like bumpers that they don't make the bumpers, but they have a partnership with one of those, I forgot the company, but so they have a lot of different options on their website. So check them out at baselineoverland.com. And yeah, these are great racks. The reason to do one of these racks, I mean, there's a couple different, they look, first off, they look great. They really add to the vehicle as far as aesthetics. But other than that, they're gonna just, the load capacity on these is just way more than your stock. And so if you're doing anything up top, rooftop tent or anything heavy, like this is a must. And that's, you know, initially why I'm so interested in it. Yes, the load capacity on these is awesome. You can put a rooftop tent, you can do all that. So that's one of the huge benefits to having one of these. So yeah, those two main points. It looks great, and then it adds, you know, your capability as far as what you can mount up there, and the rooftop tent capability, because the stock GM rack it's not even close to the rating where a rooftop tent should be. But thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We'd love to have it here on the channel. And if you're interested in one of these racks, head on over to Baseline Overland, and we'll catch you on the next one.